And I know what the reason for that is. And I think a lot of people don't want to recognize that. A lot of people that say, no, you're wrong, and the Democrats keep losing because you're just not voting hard enough for them, don't want to recognize that Democrats are judged by their weakest members.
He is so vapid. It is nothing but just like completely vapid platitudes and nonsense. Like,
Related issues, they're judged by the weakest figures in the party.
he just vomits rhetoric.
Destroy the comprehensive policy agenda of the Democrats. And because I will constantly shift the blame back to people in
It is as each thing he says, he just ends up getting, he'll just say like 15 things what he just said. It's just 15 fucking vapid talking points.
people look at it and go, okay, so you're not on my side. Like, you're just not on my side. You don't care about these issues. That's the real reason, and that's why there's such a massive disconnect between a lot of consultants and the public in general. I see it all the time with the consultants that I read, with the writers that I read, where they constantly talk about, like, why don't the labor movement understand that the Democrats are far better? Joe Biden walked the picket line, right? I mean, Joe Biden walked the picket line for the UAW. That's massive. That's unheard of. There's no president I don't think any American president.
But he also broke the strike, and then he's not going to say that Biden helped them to negotiate better terms.
Union or the rank and filers in many of these labor unions still ended up voting for Donald Trump. Why is that the case? Don't you want to find out why?
Yeah, because obviously the average person didn't understand what was happening.
No, it's not the reason. That's not the only reason, rather. Because harm reduction doesn't fucking work as a
I agree with you on that, though. Yeah, I've agreed with that. I've agreed.
The average person, you know what the average rank is?
It was not harm reduction. Joe Biden ran on supporting unions, and then he did. He fucking did.
Planning to rank and file union members that are in my chat, labor organizers in my chat, that the Biden administration quietly actually made the railway company concede on some of the demands that were being made by the unions. They didn't care. They stopped
That's not harm reduction.
vehicle of change for the labor unions when they openly went out and said, you can't strike, you can't do a railroad.
I agree with you that harm reduction isn't a sufficient way to suck.
That's not harm reduction. It's material support for the union.
Something more affirmative. Have you been following Puerto Rico versus Crockett primary in Texas at all?
Yeah, I mean, that one's a doozy.
Dude, this one's really blackpilling me on the way that like the way that people I really respect Jasmine Crockett, or the person who's stuck with Trump and was representing that district. But the way that people are attacking anyone online really just not cool. I've seen my friends get called like white supremacists.
James the first time we were at the gallows, and my first time, no, this is what it is. And look, I've been doing this since 2016.
Identity politics, like weaponization either, but I don't think it's liberal. I see it happening on both sides. It was the way that I saw Puerto Rico, or the way that I saw Puerto Rico being attacked by supporters. I've seen it happen with lefties, liberals, online.
I get the approach of, like, not going fucking scorched
Be
earth.
really good in the Senate, and I don't like the way that this primary is being conducted.
No, I don't either.
I get the strategy behind it, but I still don't love it.
Democrats, especially establishment Democrats, have deployed against the left with regular frequency. And
Most of my establishment audience is very pro Talarico. I don't think like
no, but there's a lot of people. There are a lot of people that
there's like random creators or whatever.
Yeah, there are a lot of random creators on the internet that will deploy those cynical lines of attack.
Course.
And not only that, but when asked,
Course.
okay, well, where were you for Ilhan Omar when she was being unjustifiably smeared all up and down the timeline? Where were you for Cori Bush? Where were you for Jamal Bowman? Where are you now for Summer Lee when she needs, help every now and then? They're noticeably absent from that conversation. because there is
Because Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush fucking suck, bro.
a slant there where they think these guys are actually different than the establishment Democrats. It's actually not on the basis of a defense against white supremacy at all. It's almost always about potentially where they're getting their bag from. That's what I think. At
Chorus.
least. Or
Yeah, I mean, I want to say on that note,
Chorus.
like I see that you've been talking a lot about Chorus on your timeline
Thank
too.
you. Yes,
I know a lot
yes,
of Chorus creators
yes,
who are
yes,
very
yes.
pro Talarico, so I don't think they're being paid to be pro Crockett. I think
no,
it's
no, no.
something
I
a
don't
little
think
bit
I don't think
different.
Chorus has like a whip over all of their creators at all. I don't think they're like you have to go out and like attack Hassan
I think
or
there's a lot
whatever.
of unfair attacks against Chorus. I get it. I'm not even a part of Chorus. I've never taken money from them. I was like on one meeting when they launched, but I think that it's a pretty solid group that is not funded by Israelis. I don't know. There's a lot of really pro Palestine people in the group.
I don't know who's in the group. That's kind of part of the. Well, we don't know exactly who's in the group, and we don't know who's.
Some people have openly talked about it and
Yeah.
have said that there's like there's people who have said openly that they're part of Chorus and have also called Joe Biden Genocide Joe. I see a lot of people in my comments always asking me like, "Are you taking Chorus money? Is that why you like?"
Yes, because he smears
liberal
people.
or whatever. And it's like,
Because
no,
he smears
I mean,
people.
I don't think. I think there's a lot of really unfair attacks.
Because
on
Hassan
Chorus when it's
smears
I think
people.
Chorus is a good answer to. I think Chorus is a good answer to like the Daily Wire, where
Oh my God.
it is like there is a necessity to combat Republican disinformation.
Oh, that's not a good
There's
thing.
An endless faucet of money that is being dumped into quote-unquote independent media from the exact same corporate benefactors that fund the Republican Party, that fund the think tanks, that run ads on Fox News. And I think that there needs to be a faucet of pro-Democratic Party content out there that is addressing that misinformation, that's fighting against that. I agree with it on principle. I personally don't think that you should take any money whatsoever. There's plenty of people that have approached me to give me money for my advocacy, whether it be like PACs or advocacy groups. Like I don't think you
He does sponsored content, bro.
you know, I think that is what's that's what's so good about being an independent content creator is that
Yeah.
you can
It
be
seems like
beholden to
since
your
the Epstein
audience and your
files were
audience only.
released, we're living in a
And you
parallel
can-
universe
and
or
that's part of
some
the reason why my only revenue comes from